this lesson, we're going to develop some ideas for our final project, as well as find some references for our design and colour palette. Our final project will be to create a colourful 3D animated looping design to post on social media. I like to create geometric pattern animations, so I'm going to look for some references of designs that might inspire the style in this direction. Once we find some references, we're going to build a mood board. A mood board is a great way of getting a sense of what the final image may look like, and gives you a clear path from your sketch to final design. We'll start by finding some examples of what we want our final design to look like. Keeping our deck open in a tab, let's open a new tab and head to Pinterest. This is my Pinterest homepage, and I've already created a few boards with references that I like for the project. I've created a board for shapes, and then we've got some colors, and some materials, some different textures. And then I've also got painting and sculpture references. I'm going to find a few more images for my boards. I'm going to search for geometric abstract art and see what comes up. I like this for colors, so I might save that. Some really interesting shapes in there. I'm going to save that. Shapes. Another interesting one for shapes. I'll search for some materials. Just trying to find things with interesting textures that would be quite colourful. I'm going to save that one into my materials. Let's try and find something that's coloured. Quite like the variation in materials on that one as well. I really like that. It's painted wood and you can actually see the green on the sides. I'm going to save that. Cool, I think that's enough. Searching in Pinterest for geometric abstract paintings, I came across the work of Scott Elbrack, and I feel like this reference is a really great representation of what I want to try and create for the final project. It's geometric, it's got kind of bold colors with texture coming through those colors, and it kind of gives me a sense of how it might animate as well. I found a couple of other representations of similar sort of design, which I'll also take into the deck. If you right-click on one of the images, you can press Copy Image, and then go into your deck, onto one of the pages, and just paste. Just move that around. You can align it to the padding if you like. If you double-click on the image, you can actually crop. And then once we have a crop, we can actually move the image inside the crop. Go back to Pinterest and grab this image. Just going to crop it. I really like these two images as they give us two different perspectives on a similar design. Like we've got this kind of front-on or top-down view where you can see how all the pieces interlock. And then we've got a three-quarter view where you get a sense of depth. You can see how deep the actual individual pieces are. We get a sense of like the light sort of hitting off the individual pieces, as well as texture coming through the color. And we've got this depth of field as well. I've created some other pages in my mood boards for shapes, colors, and materials, where I've copied some of the references from my Pinterest boards into. In the shape references, I found a couple of images on Pinterest, but I've also referred to a couple of images that I've actually created in 2D on my Instagram account in the patterns. This is where I create 2D designs in Illustrator and in Code, and I use them generally as a base for my 3D work. Also got an image from Creative Draft, who I also follow on Instagram. And I found this nice architectural reference on Pinterest I thought was quite interesting. I especially like how we've got shapes within shapes and how they kind of all intersect. In the color references, I've also found a good variety of bold color combinations. I found this interesting painting, photograph, got a couple of graphic references, and then some sculpture design. There's also some product design here. And finally, I found a nice set of material and lighting references. I really enjoy using wood textures in 3D, and I found this nice kind of sculptural painting, which I think is a good reference for the texture and lighting quality that I want to capture in the final project. Now our mood boards look good. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to create some storyboards. I'll see you in the next lesson.